This is Matt with Altcoin Buzz. Today we're going to look at a new cryptocurrency tool that caught my eye. I'm very excited to tell you about it. I think it's going to be a great help to you. But first, let's do a quick check on the markets. You know Bitcoin's almost touching that $10,000 mark. Well, let's toggle according to 24-hour volume. You know, I told you yesterday I'm very concerned about what volume is doing. I'm not so concerned about market cap, but I want to know what's breaking out in terms of trading volume. And you know about Litecoin moving 26% in the last 24 hours, 59% in the last 7 days. We do have a bunch of green going on here. And I just toggled this first according to, it was set for market cap, now 24-hour volume. Sorry about that. Let's look at it there. Yeah, Litecoin in the 4th spot today. Remember, Ethereum Classic was up there yesterday with a lot heavier volume than this, and we're just down slightly right now, but still up over the 7-day move, 72%. Big move on that. Did you guys find out why and what's going on with that? We're going to talk about Litecoin later. See the Tether volume, a little bit higher than normal. Bitcoin volume already at almost 9 billion for this 24-hour period. Pretty strong with this move. A lot of things breaking out, guys. Let's kind of scroll down through the top list, see if we notice anything. During these sea of green or 24-hour where almost everything is up, notice the things that are down. Does that show relative weakness in an up market? Dive in, research further into that coin. Why is this ATM coin? I know nothing about this one. Why is this down right now? Why is it down for the last 7 days? With 84 million in trading volume, so something's going on. Must be a new listing. You'd want to check that out further. Maybe not. The ones that are up during down days are also significant to look at. Why? What's going on? Why is there relative strength on those? So just a few things to check out. But what we want to do is look at the charts on Litecoin. We talked about this yesterday. Here's this cup and handle pattern. I'm on the 1-day chart. We saw very clearly what that was, and there's the handle. And we were watching a breakout above this handle. Now, we closed yesterday with significant volume compared to the volume we saw in early February, higher than the volume in mid-January, and the volume we saw during the December breakout. We haven't seen these levels since that December 10th breakout, and then all through here as we touched this and sort of had a line of support going here. We hadn't seen this $230 mark on Litecoin, but clearly breaking out with some volume. We're loving that. We're loving that a lot. And if you just want to look at the week chart, remember this is Kraken, and it is just one exchange, but we're looking at the global trend, macro trend of this. You can look at all the other exchanges and look at some other charts. Go to CryptoWatch and pull all the exchanges and all the ones that trade the coins that you're looking at. Plug them in and compare them. Compare the volume and see what's going on. But what I really wanted to show you guys tonight and today, whatever time you're watching this new site that caught my eye today, it's called Solume, SOLUME.io. I have been looking for something like this. This is the social media analyzed and compared to price. Much in this site going on. They have basically a news feed out here in front that shows you some trending things on 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 11 or 12 of the scrolling headlines. This is like a news ticker, guys, for social media, what's up here. When I found this today, I saw the Litecoin news, the Charlie Lee tweet that came out. As you're going through this, and you can do it yourself, or it's just going to roll through it, you can see some of the significant popular tweets that are going on the coins that you are in. There's a KuCoin Exchange tweet, a Dragon Chain. I know you guys are involved with that. InvertCoin. Here's a Ripple one. This was tweeted 477 likes and 165 retweets. We see evidence that XPR may be added to Coinbase sooner rather than later. Well, I don't know about that. Let's check that out. You want to dive in further and see what's going on here. But the true value that I am seeing initially of this site is it's comparing the social media volume, particularly Twitter, Reddit, and comparing the trends of those to price and the positive and negative trends on these. I haven't seen this compiled on another site. Maybe you guys know about this before. Why didn't you tell me? Or why didn't you tell everybody in the chat? Or if you didn't, maybe you know another site that's doing this. But this one is clean. I'm loving it. 3 different tabs right here. Coins, ICOs, exchanges with these metrics. First, let's look at the coins. On down the list. I see that it is pulling this according to the social volume. So you could toggle this, but that's how it's arranged when you initially pull it up. So, of course, we got Bitcoin with 11,000 impressions, volume and sentiment over the last 24 hours. That's the biggie. Not going to spend a lot of time here, but let's look at the one that's moving today. We know about this. We know what's happening with Litecoin. We know there was a lot of news lately, a lot of information. We're up. Price change, they list it in the last 26 hours. 26% in 24 hours. But we had almost 3,000 social media impressions and sentiment in the 24 hours. That's, a fourth quarter here. A little less, a little more than a quarter of Litecoin. They got their little smiley face. Some chatter about this coin is positive. But we have a social volume change in the last 24 hours of greater than 59%. Simply click on the coin or the chart on the right, and it pulls this up. Very nice. Gives you all the data in... you can pull it in USDT or in Bitcoin. I know Charlie Lee, when he tweets, he's just talking in Bitcoin. And he said today, one of the tweets was that in Bitcoin, the Litecoin price is higher than when he sold his. So that's an uptrend. And that's what he said. 1 day, 7 day, 1 month, and 3 month. So I'm going to pull the 3 month to get a bigger picture view for you guys. Look what they're doing here. This is great. They give you in the purple, the social volume and the price overlaid on one chart. So I'm just going to look at a spike to show you this tab first. On December 12th, we know things were going nuts during this time, but social volume had increased 109%. You see that big volume spike there when the Litecoin price went up to 341. It was a 52% jump. That was big, of course. But look at what you can do here with the Twitter versus Reddit social media posts. You compare what's happening on Twitter and Reddit per day. And again, I just got the 3-month chart pulled. And we can go to real-time data right here. Valentine's Day, February 14th, Twitter had a 116% jump, 1,102 impressions. And the Reddit was 1,871 impressions. That was a jump of 162% on there. So you had a price move up and you had a move up in social media. You can look at what it did other times with this. You can look at the difference between more, like right here, we had a greater amount of Twitter volume back on the 29th of November compared to the Reddit volume. Different here. Reddit was higher than Twitter today. So notice those trends when you hover and you go over and what's happening with that, whether it matters to the price moves up or down. Good thing to notice. And then they have this, positive versus negative social media posts. So they rank those, and you can also look at those on the chart. So we have, let's look at a big day here, find out on January 19th. You guys know what's happened over the last few weeks. So from January 19th, this is fresh in your minds. That's why we're going to talk about it. Negative social volume was 78 impressions. That was a 34% drop. And a positive social volume of 1,279. Well, even though there was positive social volume, look what the price did. Went down. So you could use this and notice contrarian trends as well, I believe. Why was that going on? We had more, look at that, a big jump yesterday. This is on Valentine's Day. The 550, a 99% in positive jump. But the social volume jumped 170. The negative social volume jumped 170% yesterday. So a big increase in negative social volume. Why is that? What's going on there? I have a feeling some of that are bots. Some of that is negative news coming through on the social media because of this. Over here on the right, they list the Litecoin Top Talkers. And it looks like that they're going to add this to their premium version. And we can go through and look at that. I mean, this isn't a commercial for this site. It's just that I've been looking for price in social mixed together on some sort of nice, convenient site. So this is great. So it looks like to me, and I've looked through several of the coins on this in the last couple hours, and you do have some bots. Coin Signal bot is responsible for 0.25%, 785 impressions on Litecoin here. But this is cool. Over the 3-month period, you have, and these are sorted according to upvoted. You can sort them according to time created. And you can see 10 hours ago, 10 hours ago. I'm going to look at the upvoted ones because I want to know what they do right here. Instead of going to Twitter and going to their page, you have all this on one with the price chart, with the negative and positive on your list, and the total volume of social. Very nicely done, guys. So here we had 10,000 likes on this and 2389 on the retweets. This is the one that I was telling you about where Charlie Lee said Litecoin Bitcoin Cash has just surpassed 0.02. This is higher than when I sold. This is Satoshi Light, Charlie Lee. This is higher than when I sold my Litecoins. In other words, Litecoin has outperformed BTC since that time. Just saying, the market agrees that my efforts on Litecoin adoption is overcoming the negatives. You have a Litecoin tweet with Microsoft in it here today. It's a good way to find all this. Look at this. So nice. All right, here we go. Let's look at another part of the site. We have to the main page. Go to the Solium.io. On the top list, you can change this according to what's moved the most. So on price change, I want to look at some of the coins, and some of these we know that we have talked about. Look at the Komodo. It's moved 32% today. Well, was that a big jump in social volume? Look at the trends on your coins. If social volume, buzz, media, things on social have the effect on your coins, and what does that do according to price? So Komodo, we talked about the other day, with this 32% jump, it looks like we did have some positive social media, and there was a 17% volume change. You can click on this. I haven't done it yet for you, and it goes to the same site. We got, again, the top talkers. We can go through this and find out, is this a big change for it? And after looking at Litecoin, lots of impressions. Look how low here. We got 57 on the Twitter, which is a big jump, 4 on the Reddit. But compare that to the rest of the 3 months. Pretty normal on this, right? But higher on Twitter. So more Twitter volume on that. Let's look at positive versus negatives on Komodo. And again, I'm just picking these out. Not recommendations, not advice on getting any of these. I'm not saying go to the social media and use this as your metric to trade. We don't use any one single metric to trade at all. You want to take the big picture on all your coins. You want to find out, is the trend positive? Are we going up? Are we going up on trade volume? Are we going up on price trend with your moving averages? Are we going up on social media? And as we looked at in Crypto Miso the other day, Crypto Miso, if you missed that video, that is tracking the GitHub, the development, the amount of contributors and the collaborators on GitHub. And we'll do part 2 and 3 on that too, to show you more on it. But we want to find out, are we in an uptrend here? Social volume on February 15th, the negative jumped up high, but it's only 7. But the positive also jumped up for 100% to 40. So look at your coin, find out the correlation, what's going on there. Let's go back to the big list. Remember, I'm toggled according to price. So I'm just looking down through here. Some of the higher price moves, price move that didn't equate to their social media trend. Here is Gollum. We already talked about Litecoin. Waves, Digibyte, VeChain, Binance Coin, Dragon. Look at all these. big jump. Look at the big jump. Look at why. And let's go back to this. Pull this according to social volume change. Toggle here at the top. I want to see breakouts. One of the main reasons why I'm looking at volume trends is to see a breakout from the norm. So why is this wax got a 300% change on social media? Again, WAX token, I don't know anything about it. I don't trade it. I don't have it right now. And look at the list here on the right. You got a lot of bots. 13% on this one, 13% on this one, 8% on this one. Coinalerts.io, I don't know about that, if that's bot or not. But big amount, and then the actual company right here is only 3% of what's going on. So, big jump. If you're on other sites, you are identifying some of these social media trends, maybe you can go to here and find out why. Why is that happening? So let's go back to our list. And now I want to look at something more that's in everybody's wheelhouse. Yeah, a lot of you are in syndicator. Look at this. 172% jump on social media today. Social posts. Let's look and see who's posting on this. Who are the biggies? And how many? How many did we have overall? Social volume, only 53, but it was a 100% jump today. Interesting. All right, let's go positive versus negative on this one. And I'm back on yesterday. Just one negative, 4 positive. So not a lot of data there. Just pulling this for you guys, trying to see if you notice anything on this. All right, to the ICO tab. This will be important for you because as we look at ICOs and do the reviews and find out, did you hear the podcast? Did you hear the podcast with Sash where he's talking about ICOs and how he rates them and how he looks at them? That hype and buzz and social media have a lot to do with getting the word out on these projects to see if they were going to take hold. They could be a great project, great team, great use case, but they need marketing. They need buzz. They need this stuff going on. So again, on your ICO that you're researching and looking at, look at this nice list they've compiled. You can find out, do they have that component? What's going on? And is there a change in the sentiment of it in the past 24 hours? This is a column here we haven't looked at yet. Well, on this, why is there a 100% change to the negative? Positive or negative, a social media post in the past 24 hours. And which one is that? Coin Metro. Don't know anything about it. Just pointing that out on the list. Actually, I looked through this one earlier, and I don't know a lot of these ICOs except for WePower on there. So, good way to check out the ones that you have been researching. And exchanges. Well, look at Binance. We're at least 3 times the volume of Coinbase. And you know we had a lot of Coinbase news yesterday. We had a 63% change in social media volume on Coinbase and 27% to the positive on there. But although we have a lot more impressions on Binance, it was kind of flat on sentiment, and social was only a 15% move. So big move on Coinbase, big news, 80% on Bitfinex. What's going on there? Find out by going to the chart. What is that on Bitfinex? Is that normal for it? What's its norm over the past 3 months? Big spike here at the end of January. What was up with that? Was that all the Tether news? All the Tether news they talked about? Positive versus negative? We're kind of down low. Well, there's not many. There's not even many impressions at all on that. So let's go back. Look at the news of the day here on Coinbase. Find out the top talkers. They look like normal accounts. I don't see many bots on that, given that volume. So let's look at positive versus negative over 3 months on Coinbase. Yeah, pretty normal. Big volume here in mid-January. But how about here? 263 positive social volume. That was a jump of 62%. And the negative social volume was down 15%. So moving positive up, negative went down. And it's still pulling the particular tweets on that if you want to see those. So thought you guys would be excited. Had to get this out. Wanted to show you this tool. Mess with it. Let me know in the comments. Are you guys, what trends are you noticing as you use these tools and you look at this as one of your metrics? Is this helping you? Are you seeing once you notice a trend on your coin, are you seeing that that's affecting the price? Is there convergence, divergence from this metric according to price? Again, if you have any questions on this, put them in the comments. I will try to answer. Solium.io. Look for the links down below, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot.